One more time, welcome again to my monologue podcast. Today I want to speak about breaking news. I'm sure every one of you is used with breaking news which you see on many sorts of media, especially on television. You see, always they write breaking news. And as far as breaking news is concerned, when we hear of breaking news, it's associated with bad news. Okay, uh, good news to a very less extent. So what I want to say is that, as a matter of fact, even in a religious gathering, we only hear of bad news. In a way, this is what I mean when I say in the religion we hear of bad news. We are told how the world is coming to an end. And because of that, they say there's so much sin going on in the world today. So, of course, that is bad news, right? I have never heard any religious organization giving us good news about the kingdom of God, that the world is headed towards a better world. Instead, we are being told of bad news that the world is coming to an end because there is so much sin in the world. I always say, let's use logic and reason. To me, it is opposite. Because the good news about the kingdom of God, that the world is becoming better, no. They will only tell us that there's too much sin in the world. You can't hear the good news that the world is becoming better and better. Okay? Instead, all you hear is about bad news. No one can tell us of anything that the kingdom of God is bounding or is taking root in the world today. So that means no good news that you can hear today. It's never reported in the media. It's never reported, it's never said. All you can hear is bad things happening. But I have good news for you about the kingdom of God. That the world is headed towards good. It's not bad. Because when I look back, when I was growing up, it was even worse. But today, I can hear everywhere I walk to, there is a Christian organization. You will hear people praying to God. You will hear people talking of good news about God. And therefore, it's not only about bad news, but it's the good news is abounding. In the book of Romans chapter 5:20, it says that where sin abounds, the grace of God abounds much more. For example, the law. The law can diagnose sin, just as X-ray can diagnose a broken bone. But the X-ray cannot cure that broken bone. And therefore, when sin abounds, the grace of God cures, or the grace of God can bring forgiveness of sins. Does it mean so that people can continue living in sins? No. As they claim, saying that there's so much bad things going on in the world, actually the good news is going on much more than bad news about the kingdom of God. And therefore, where sin abound, the grace of God reigns even much more. So, my point is, let's convey a positive message. It's not about the conspiracy theories that we hear about, being threatened. Only you will hear of bad things happening in the world, bad things, corruption going on in the world. But as sin abound, the grace of God even abounds much more than sin. That's the good news. So the world is headed towards the good things of God happening in the world. But we are not being told. We are only being given fear. The world is coming to an end. There's too much sin going on in the world. As a matter of fact, more good things are happening in the kingdom of God. There's so much good news going on in the world. We don't want to help evil to dominate than the good news of the kingdom of God. We are being given fear that the world is coming to an end. So you do what? There's nothing you can do. So it is even much more better to talk about the good news that Jesus Christ is reigning. Jesus, Yeshua, is reigning even much more than before. According to me, that's what I'm seeing going on in the world today. Let me give you as an example. I'm not a preacher. But I'm getting to understand more and more about the things of God. So, do you want to tell me that sin abounds? No. Let's put good news out there. Don't give us fear. Don't talk about Satan too much. Do not live a depressed Christian life. Most Christians are depressed. They are depressed because of things that even may not exist. Let's talk about the good news of the kingdom of God. Let's talk more of Jesus, Yeshua, than what you are seeing happening in the world today. I know there is corruption. There is all sorts of manner of things going on in this world. But much more, the good news of the kingdom actually is surpassing the bad things that you hear in the media, the bad things that you hear or you see on television. God is reigning. The presence of God is reigning much more than the evil that you talk about. Okay? So, the law diagnoses sin, right? But the grace of God cures. Just like I said, the X-ray can diagnose a broken bone, but it cannot cure that broken bone, right? Thank you.